Hello guys, it's William, back at it again, implementing the sketch element UI kit in React Native. Yesterday we did the player control, so let's have a look. Let's select Shakira, so you see you can pause. So essentially the only thing I did yesterday was to clean up the code a little bit, and I added like this small animation so the player control pops up when it's open. So you can see here I added an animated value, and I'm using it to translate the player control. Very catchy song. So now let's do the progress bar of the song, and so we're gonna use a gradient, which and we will translate the gradient according to the progress of the song. And I think if this is where it's gonna get a bit complicated. I'm not sure yet how to do it. So when you pause, I need to stop the animation, but somehow keep the value at which the translation is at, and then in order to be basically able to pause and resume the animation. And I don't think that you can pause and resume animation in React Native. I think I have to stop the animation, keep track of the value of the translation, and then start again the animation at that value. Another solution would be to just update the translation every time. So I'm receiving every second, so I'm receiving an event with the progress of the song. So if I go here to the player store, on playback status update is more or less invoked every second, but I'm thinking that if I do this, first of all, it's going to be a lot of useless re-render, and also it's not going to look very smooth the way the progress will slide, I think. So I don't think it's a good solution. If I can implement solution 1, that's definitely that would be definitely much better. But I'm not sure how to do this yet, so this recording might get a little bit messy. But yeah, I mean, let's do it. Let's get started, right? So first thing I'm gonna try to do is to have this gradient with the bottom border, with the blue bottom border, to have it as a background of the player control. So let's get started. I'm gonna import linear gradient from Expo. So I'm gonna assign it a style called progress. And so position absolute, because we want, yeah. Oh, it's funny, it starts to, so I'm recording from Zurich. I'm just looking out of the window, it starts hailing like crazy. Interesting. Anyway, so I'm gonna put position absolute to have it as in the background. Top 0. I could use style sheet. Yeah, absolute fill object, and border bottom with is 1. So the color, so here I'm passing the theme as parameter, theme props. Maybe do I need to pass style? No, actually no, because anyways we will also add the translation here, so it's not worth it. So I can do border color, oops, theme dot palette dot primary. Oops, sorry, wrong place. You know, I was wondering, should I go to the cafe, do some work, or do a recording? Now that I see the weather outside, I'm glad I made the decision of just having some coffee at home and do a recording. Okay, so we need to set some colors. And so the first color would be, I'm not sure if it's the bottom one or the, let me check the documentation. Not sure what's probably from top to bottom, I would assume. Then we go from white to secondary color. So white and theme dot palette dot secondary. All right, let's see how it looks. Not bad. Not bad at all. I think that's right. Cool. Okay, that was easy. And actually I have no children, I can just close it like this. All right, so now we need to translate, huh? So the first thing I'm gonna need is to, oh, okay, first let me do a commit. So in playback status we have position in millisecond. What I would like to have, I guess, is full duration of the song, because this is our this is how long I'm gonna yeah, this is the time that will be essentially the time of my animation, will be the time of the song. So where can I find this information? He's playing. Play. I guess that's the one, huh? Playable duration milliseconds. So maybe we also need to store this value. Okay, so here what we need to do, so here we're going to translate in X. This, I mean, fair warning, this might get really messy because I don't have a clear idea yet on, like, I'm completely improvising, so please bear with me. If it gets too messy, I won't release this recording, I promise. So input range, goes from actually it doesn't matter, I can do 10, and output range, let me think. So we actually, the input range should be 0 from the duration of the song, and the output range should be from translated to the width of the controls to 0. So okay, need to get, actually I'm gonna do the duration in seconds. Okay. So from 0 to so it's player dot duration, or is it okay? Yeah, I call it duration. So I'm checking if property is available. All right. So player duration, and I'm gonna translate from the width to 0. And the width is gonna be dimensions get window. Okay, I need to import it here. And I'm gonna use the translation here. Oops. So border transform, it's an array of objects. Here we go. Okay. So now we need to create also an animated value for the progress bar. So progress, and I'm not gonna initialize it. I'm gonna add also a getter and setter because I'm using the strict mode of MobX. So progress. Right. Now we need to start. So now we need to start the animation when the song starts playing. and I'm wondering if I should have like an event listener like I did for on open, or if I should check the values I'm getting from the store. Let's try to go with a listener for now. So I'm gonna add a listener player on play, and when it's playing, I'm gonna start the animation on progress, and so the duration is the duration of the song, and we go to the value, which is also the yes. I mean, actually, sorry. What we should do is here have as default value the width of the player control, and we translate from, so we go from zero, from the width of the screen to 0, and we do this translation from 0 to width, and the duration of the animation is the duration of the song. That seems better. So to value 0, we use the native driver. So there is a couple of there are a couple of animations in this UI kit, and I'm always like only building animations where we can use the native driver, because from my experience, if you don't use the native driver, then like you try to build more complex animations, you lose some frames sometimes, and especially like on Android device. And so I've been only using the native driver, and so far it looked great on Android and iOS, and like the Android animations look great, so I'm pretty happy with it. So let me. So we start the animation, and so here we need to make some change. We go from input range 0 to width. Alright, and now we need to add the on play listener. Maybe I will just create a type listener. Okay, so on play. Okay, so okay, and now where to invoke this listener? I guess here we can check. Okay, so if the song is loaded, if status is playing and the song was not playing before, and this is playing equals false, we invoke is playing. Play listener. All right, looks a bit scary. Let's have a look. All right, so I forgot to use animated here, so I'm gonna use animated linear regression. So I'm going to use the animated module create animated component linear regression. Okay, should work now. Okay, we are not seeing any translations. Maybe what I should do first before using the animation is to try to get a sense if the CSS is working first, like independent of the animation. So if so first, okay, we translate to 0. So I just do some quick checks to make sure everything is good. Okay, here we have the full regressions. Let's say if I translate to half of the width, looks good. So I need to put a so I need to put a minus, and probably here as well, just to check quickly. Let me restart the emulator. Looks good. So let's try again now with the animated value. So 0, we are minus the width. We go to 0 translation when the width value is achieved. No, okay, so that doesn't work. So maybe we should start to 0, go to value width. Oops, sorry, what am I doing? So 0 to value width. Yeah, that looks good. Doesn't work. So 0. Let me just so check quickly if this is invoked. Okay. All right. So what are we missing? So input range. So we know the CSS part works nicely. So we added some values manually, it works well. this part is definitely being invoked. So the interpolation looks good, no? At the end of the animation, we translate to 0, and by default, it's completely outside. I mean, I guess what I can do is like have half a value, like just to see if like something is moving, maybe. So it's not moving. Okay. Why is it not moving? I mean, actually, even oh, okay. Is it this value which is not? Okay, I know. I think I know what's going on, because the duration value is set after. So probably when I start the animation, it thinks the duration is 0. Okay. So I can move this here.
I still don't know where I'm going. Maybe I need the never.
Alright, so it looks I'm not even getting duration actually. So let's put some console log here. Oh, actually, yeah. Yeah, okay, let's do that. So the property seems to be available. Here I have the duration of the song. It looks like playable duration milliseconds, and it's like 18 seconds. That's the duration millisecond, but that doesn't look I don't know. So let me check if it's okay. So just trying to see if the duration is stored properly.
I still don't know where
So
I'm
something
going.
is wrong.
Maybe I need them never knowing I can't.
So let's use the debugger because I don't know. I'm missing something here. Okay.
I'm like a flood, but I hear sounds in my mind. Brand new sound.
All right. So okay. Duration, this duration. Okay. 99 seconds looks good. Okay. Sorry. I see what's going on. I need to I guess to set. Let's see. So duration is recorded. Oh, and I need to. But that, so to set, so actually maybe I should keep the duration in milliseconds. But that doesn't explain why, probably that doesn't fix the issue. Because even if I was running the animation too fast, we would have seen something. So duration now is in milliseconds, which is good because so that matches with the animating module. But still have my doubts. Let's just. So it's definitely not moving. What am I missing? Alright, so I guess, I mean, this is not very productive. I'm gonna do a small break and trying to figure it out. And I'll probably resume the recording. Alright, so talk to you later. Alright guys, I'm back. So I had to pause the recording because I was really struggling to to debug why the animation was not working. I just made some coffee, and of course, so as soon as I sat down back to the computer, I saw that I was using the wrong animated value. So I have two animations, one for sliding the player control up and down, and one for the progress. And here I was translating X on the sliding animation value, so I should use progress instead. And if I go back to the original interpolation values I had, so minus width to 0, of course now it should work nicely. Sorry guys. So now it should work. So do you guys see it? But I'm not sure. I'm wondering if the value is correct, if it's really going 100% till the end. It seems a bit slow. Huh. So maybe while this is playing, I'm not even sure what, I didn't even programmed anything for like handling the end of a song. So I'm not even sure what will happen. But it doesn't look too bad. Maybe I could make the bottom width bigger. And so now we need to handle pause, because here I pause the song, but the animation continues. And so I think here in toggle, we need to, let me Google. So pause doesn't exist, I think, in React Native for animations. It's only start stop, huh? Yeah. Okay. So if it's playing, sorry, this progress stop, and if it's not playing, we start. That's not how it works, is it? I'd like to see how I guess I need to maybe store the animation somewhere. So progress, let me try this. Okay. let's see if it works. So the progress animation seems to be working. It's paused. And now it's running again. Cool. Paused. Restarted. Alright, so that was actually pretty easy. Guys, so I hope, I think it looks pretty cool. I'm sorry that it was so messy to get there. And what I'm gonna do offline is doing some cleanup, obviously. Also this part, I mean, looks disgusting, so I'm gonna clean it up. And yeah. Yeah, so thank you for watching, and again I apologize for the craziness of this recording, but yeah, I hope you find it useful. Talk to you soon. Bye.